Adam Idah to Celtic from Norwich for 9.5 million. I believe it's 8.5 million initially, with a further million in add-ons. I guess depending on how performances go, and that'll all be in the contract. But that's none of my business. But that's what's being rumoured. And how do I feel about it? Well, I'll say this. I rate Adam Idah. I rate him very highly. I think he's a great player, actually. And I was one of those that didn't rate him coming in on his initial loan deal to Celtic. I didn't. I looked at his numbers and I thought, this guy's useless. Why are we even getting this guy in? But in Brendan we trust. You know, you need to. Because the guy's record speaks for itself. And in this case, he's been proved right. I mean, 9.5 million. A lot of people are split on that. It's a lot of money. I mean, the very fact that it's going to break a record for Celtic tells you everything, really. I can't remember what the exact record is, but it's up there in the most expensive signings that we've done anyway. I guess it's as simple as this. If he goes on to be a success, it'll be worth it. And if he goes on to be a failure, it won't be worth it. So, for me, it's really as simple as that. But he clearly wants to play for Celtic. I've heard he's digging his heels in at Norwich and he's making things difficult for them to get the move to Celtic, so that's a good start. You know, you want to have passion for any team that you play for. And he is a proven goal scorer. He's proven what he can do on his loan spell. You know, whether or not he steps up to the plate when he's got that transfer-free fee slapped onto him, we don't know. We don't know, but time will tell. But I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the signing. Celtic have done good business in the past and they've done bad business. I mean, that's largely down to the player. A lot of the time, people blame the board, and I think, why? Like, look at where we are in the grand scheme of things. In Europe, we need to start delivering for sure, but we're dominating in Scotland. And we're on top, you know, so I always remember Brendan Rodgers saying, from a position of strength, that's when you need to strengthen. To get stronger, obviously, and I do agree with that. But overall, I think the board's done a good job. And yeah, if a player comes in, we're expecting him to do well and he doesn't, the board cannot be blamed for that. But hopefully that won't happen with Idah. He's already proven himself at Celtic on his loan spell, so I say it's a good thing. Get him in, keep the fans happy, because the majority want him in. I'm one of them. It's just the transfer fee, I think, is a bit... It's up there. But again, no one will be talking about that if he comes in and he carries on where he left off. So I'm happy with that. Also, I'm hearing Norwich have got a clause in the contract of, depending on how well Idah performs, they'll get a percentage of his sell-on fee when we sell him, if that happens. And I think that's just a smart, shrewd move from Norwich. Seems to be a common clause now in football nowadays. Celtic have done it a few times and it's been a success. Players like Virgil van Dijk, Tierney, I'm sure. I forget who else. Maybe not even Tierney, but I know Van Dijk for sure. And it's a good idea. You know, their success is our success. And you've got a lot of players that leave under good pretences. Is that the word? they leave not wishing the club bad, and they'd want the club to get a good fee from their success. So don't blame Norwich. It's a common thing in football now. I'm thinking as well, this could be just another statement signing, like with Edward. You know, Edward in the end was worth it, but we didn't know that at the time. But you make a signing like that, and it just further solidifies we're the top dogs here. This is money we can throw around. So, the board could be thinking that. Who knows? We really are just speculating. But I'm happy with the signing, the imminent signing, because it's not been made yet. Idah definitely seized his opportunity with the loan spell, and he's what, 23 years old. He's still a young man, and I think he's got the right mindset, the right mentality in dealing with the transfer fee. And what I mean by that is, you get a lot of players that go to any club, not just Celtic, and the transfer fee is, I keep saying that, the transfer fee is what everyone's talking about when the pressure gets to them. Torres to Chelsea was a good example. I believe that was a big part of his failure. But I think Idah will handle this, and I think I've heard since he's left Celtic, or since he's left his loan spell, he's still in the WhatsApp groups with all the players, so that tells you something. That tells you they maybe know he'll come back, or he's just really friendly with them and wants to stay in touch, but he definitely wants to come back. Anyone that knows the situation knows that, so that's just another sign towards that. So I'd like to know people's thoughts on if they think this is a good signing, what they think of the transfer fee, and where Celtic go from here.